Hey Scootopians, what's going on? Old Man Dan here, coming to you live with another exciting and informative short video for Scootopia. Like to welcome you all who's watching, all the watchers and the Scootopians out there. What's up, buddies? So today we're going to do a pretty simple mod on the Wolf King. We're going to add a fingerprint reader, show you how to add that, how easy it is to do, and will be should only take about 25-30 minutes. All right, maybe less, we'll see. It depends on me and these tools. all right now. Okay, so well let me just show you this. I looked all over town trying to find a bag that I can put the battery pack in and the all the things that's going to power these lights and stuff, and I finally got the perfect accompaniment. Looks clean and sleek, don't have to have that big old toolbox on the back. That's what we're looking like so far. Let's get into this mod, these fingerprint reader. Well, before I do that, let me just share with you the tools that you're going to need to do this job. Of course, you're going to need the fingerprint reader. You're going to need some needle nose pliers. You're going to need this tool that I took off of that cheap Dualtron little hand tool they send you when you get your, I took that off because we're going to need this tip. Maybe the needle nose might work. I don't know yet. We're going to see. You're going to need a number 3 Allen key or hex tool. I got both. This is a number 3 as well. You're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, the micro or small size. I'll show you why. You're going to need the number 2. All right. Allen wrench, a number 5. And you're going to need this number 6. But this is the SAE. You're going to need a drill bit. I think this is 5/32 drill bit. And then you're going to need that number 2 Allen key. All right. You're going to need some gloves. Well, maybe you don't, but I need gloves. And then you're going to need a drill. All right. That's all that you're going to need. So let's get to it. I already wasted 5 minutes with the introduction. All right. All right. Okay, so here we go. We're getting started. So the first thing you're going to do here is you want to remove the your grip, whatever kind of grip you have. Of course, I'm going to put on my gloves, and you know, kind of. Really, I just need this one because sometimes this thing is kind of hard to take off. Oh, okay. So it's not so hard this time, but these gloves kind of give me a grip so that I can really grip on it and pull it off. These gloves give me a whole lot of grip. All right, this is where I take my number 6. All right. Getting there. Then I need these gloves for this, because you cannot get these grips off, especially on here, because you can't really use your tire inflator, your air, which is the easiest way to get off grips, because of the type of grips these are. So you got to get you some grip gloves. These things can help you pull anything off. Next thing we're going to do is reach these brakes off. You're going to remove the brake lever. Okay. I don't really have to remember how I had them on there because I typically do them always the same. Then you're going to loosen the bracket on your display, because you got to remove these two to slide the fingerprint reader onto the bars. I like to do that first before I start working with my display. Some people like to start doing the display first. I'm gonna slide this stuff off. Once you slide that off, make sure you got this on the right way. Slide the reader on. Put your display back on. And then put your brake lever back on, right? So now I can kind of set this stuff up. To how I want it to fit on here. You know, you got to remember your grip, so you want to put everything back like it was, because you're going to need that distance, that same distance that you had, right? All right, so now once I get my brakes, lever, everything set like I want it, get it to where I have it set where I want it, right? Then I'll swing this fingerprint reader down, tighten up my bracket on my display. You don't want to over tighten this because it'll go right through the plastic. I've probably gone to several of these, even though I know not to over tighten it. So now I'm just real careful just to do just a little torque, so I don't have to keep buying those things. All right. There. Then tighten my finger. I mean my brake lever. All right. Get that out the way. Then I'm gonna go ahead and tighten my fingerprint reader. That's where you need this little number 2 Allen key. Go under there. I think I tightened my brake lever too soon. Some of you probably saw me doing that mistake before I tightened my fingerprint reader. Because you definitely want to get that out the way while you can adjust that brake lever down. Get that brake lever down so you can reach the little grub nut and tighten that up. Get that in place. Once you get all this stuff tightened up, then tighten up your brake lever. Just tighten up. You don't have to tighten it all the way. Just tighten up so it can hold your position. All right. Now, once you get that done, then you're going to remove the two hex bolts on the top of the display now. So you get your Allen key or your Allen wrench. Loosen that up. It's only 2 bolts. 2 bolts is for the bars, and 2 bolts is for the actual display to come off of the clamp that holds it on the bars. So once you get that, now there's 2 little nuts in the back. You want to make sure that you don't lose your nuts. All right, get my bolts down there. All right, so once you get your display off, you want to kind of flip it over. All right, and you're going to have one, 2, 3, and a screw behind this thing. I try to save my little gold dot. I'm not too successful all the time, because if you don't peel it off right, then the paint comes off and it ain't even worth having. So I got it off right. Sit that down here where I can get it again and put it back on there when I'm done. But you're going to take those four. That's why you need this little micro screwdriver, the Phillip head. Unscrew these 4 bolts. This is your longest one, the one that's under the gold dot. Okay, so don't put that in the wrong spot. And then you got these 3 shorter ones. Remember, when you're putting your bolts back in, don't over tighten them, because you got that plastic, right? You got that plastic. So now make sure you pay close attention how this little wire is in there. You're going to put that back in exactly the same way. Okay, so we'll pull this. Uh-oh, let me dump these screws so I don't lose them. Put them here. It's so easy to lose a screw that falls right in front of your face, where it can't go far and yet you can't find it, and it's sitting somewhere right in front of you. Okay, so now once you open this up, I want you to take a look at the bottom here of the plastic. You're going to have to drill a little hole right there so that this fingerprint reader wire can feed through. But you don't want the hole to be too big, right? So you're just going to drill just a small little hole right about there. You want to mark it so you know where it goes. So, you know, since it's my 3rd one, I know where it goes. It's going to be right here. All right. So let's drill that hole. Take this off. I know exactly where it's going. And so you want to put it on your surface and kind of drill that real slow. All right, then once you get that drilled, one more tool I forgot to tell you you're gonna need a razor blade or a little X-Acto knife, so that you can notch right in here where you can put your wire through. Okay, I like that notch to be a little tight, so it should look a little bit something like that. Okay, now that you got that, you see this little look like a plug. You're gonna take your needle nose pliers and pull that plug. It's just a holder. It's really not plugged into anything. Just grab it. Yep. Just grab it and pull it on up just like that. So it's going to look like that, okay? The little white top part. Then you're going to take this plug, okay? Make sure you look at how you're routing your wires and stuff, you know, so you can make sure it's going the right way. So me, I'll get my little case, look at my wiring, make sure it's going to fit in here properly. Okay, and then I'll plug it. I'm going to plug it on the top because of the way my wires are, right? So you plug that in. Snap it all the way down. There you go. Beautiful. Now that I got that over the top of this one, because this one's going to go over, and this one's going to go under, just like that, right? Now I'm going to put this wire back in that place, that little opening for the you know, putting your wire back for your power to the display. Then the new hole that you just did, you're gonna run that through. Didn't make it wide enough. So let me kind of open that up a little bit more. Well, it's wide enough now. All right, so stick that back. Make sure you get this in properly and tight, you know, just like it was. Then run your new wire through your new hole. Okay, once you get that done, you're gonna try and close them back up. It should fit on there perfectly, unless your wiring is not right. Okay, it came loose. All right, wiring is fitting in there tight. Okay. Sometimes it be like that. There we go. Now you got it nice and flush. You know, you just want to make sure before you screw everything down, you're in there flush and tight. Okay. I like to put my longer screw in first. Get your longer screw. Screw that down. Remember, not too tight. Not too tight. You can tell old man Dan and went through some plastic, boy, screwing stuff too tight, because I get that from my mom. My mom's Belizean and she is heavy-handed. She used to pop us on the back and stuff and think it was a joke. And we didn't find it amusing at all. And she would just bust up after she popped us on the back. And we'd be over there crying and rolling on the ground and arching our back because we feel like we're going to die. But, you know, that's how it is if you're a baby boomer and you grew up as a baby boomer. That's me. I'm a baby boomer. All right. I want to put my little gold dot back on there. Yeah, don't talk about me, y'all. Stop judging me. Stop judging me. And you see old man Dan with all his little OCD stuff, right? It's all good. We all got some kind of hang-ups. Mine is just trying to do things a certain way all the time. Now we want to put our display back back on top of the, where's my screws? There they are. Put that in. Get my, right the wrong one. You know, if your nuts didn't come out, you're good. But then you can just screw right on back in there. If you don't rock it or nothing, it'll catch right back onto them nuts. I like to try and keep those nuts in there so I don't have to take them out and fiddle with them. You know? Then you put your other one in. Just keep your screw kind of straight so it don't rock, so you don't rock that nut. So at least it'll catch on the nut, and then you can just screw it in there. And remember, not too tight, just snug enough. Just snug enough. I always turn it that one last time, then pop! Oh my God. It's not a lot of fun. All right, put your grips back on. Put your grips back on, as you know, you're gonna need a little muscle on this part. Okay. I need to slide my brake lever over a little more. There we go. That's why I said don't tighten that all the way up yet, because you don't know if you're gonna need some more. I don't know why I tried to just push that. We all know that wasn't gonna work. All right. Now, we're almost done here. We're almost done. We are almost done, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh, where's my writing at? See, you gotta check all that stuff. You know me, perfection. I gotta get my writing around so it lines up. Is it even with that other side? Okay. Where I put my tool? Here we go. I know y'all tripping off me. This old man, damn man, this dude is a riot. All right. One a little tight on that, because these gloves have had this thing on here real tight now. All right. Okay. This is Old Man Dan. Thanks for visiting Scootopia. Join us for our next adventure.
About to meet the man, Old Man Dan. Was about the mug to help mankind. Start a scooter club, I know you're fine, cause you're just like that. You bend over backwards to help a man. You strap up, you boot up, you throw on your colors. Get ready to hang, riding with the fellas. Yeah, on a glorious crusade, helping those in need.